To be American? What is it? What is
I'll read that to you again.
Okay.
How do you define American identity? What makes someone American?
What makes someone American?
Papers.
No, not papers. I don't know. I think there's a lot of like cultural differences. You know, your cultural values. What makes you American? Like Americans really value working and making money. It's very American. Like putting aside things that other cultures would not put aside, like family, and you know. Yeah, I think that's a big difference. That's something I've noticed.
Wow.
That's good.
I'm trying to think.
Dan, push it out, right? You want to do it?
Alice volunteered.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think what else.
She's taking me. We've done already. How to improv that in 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
I feel like New York is different than other parts of America. Like New York is very like. We're very like, yeah, there's all of the world here. You know, it's a lot more. It's not really about being an American. It's about existing in New York. Whereas like other parts of America are more about being an American. Big supermarkets.
America.
Big supermarkets, really American.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is this?
I feel really American when I go to a really big supermarket and I'm surrounded by other Americans in a really big supermarket.
It's a
weird.
shotgun mic.
I think so, yeah.
Is it picking me up?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about the directional mic?
I don't know.
What if it's like pointed directly at you, and it only picks up your sound?
I don't think it is.
It would only pick up your sound if it's pointed at you.
Guys, give me some ideas for this.
Wait, is it still recording?
Yeah, it is. Describe a time and or experience when you felt most American. What about the experience made you feel most American?
Online at the DMV.
Ooh, that's horrible.
Online at the DMV. And you have to like, they don't care about you at all. You have to just like grab a number. Sometimes you grab a number after someone else and their number's still ahead of you. It doesn't make any sense.
You're speaking too American.
I sound like I'm from New York.
Yeah.
I don't.
Describe a time and or experience when you felt least American. What about the experience made you feel least American and why?
Yeah, I mean, we just put it here.
When I was 7 years old, we got here like a year before I got here when I was 6. And I was in first grade and the teacher had us like go around and write like our favorite foods. Well, I didn't write the favorite food. They came around and they asked you what your favorite food was because they were making like a big board of all of like the kids in the class's favorite foods. And basically, me and my sister had the same answer, and my mom was like horrified when she came to the class and looked at the board, and everything from like all the other kids was like pizza, chicken nuggets, French fries, and then me and my sisters were like on the side and it was just octopus because that was what we were eating at the time. It was my favorite food. It's really good. But it's very Greek and very not American. My mom was so happy that none of the other kids could read because she was like, they would not have friends. They would be very outcasted and alienated. But that was definitely a difference, you know, very not American. And to this day, if I'm like, I eat octopus, some people are still like, ew, that's disgusting. And I'm like, yeah, well, it is what it is.
You gonna read the question? Or
Yeah. How do you define American identity? What makes someone American?
I really don't think it's possible to answer that question. I think there's no single way to be an American. You just are.
Describe a time and or experience when you felt most American. What about the experience made you feel most American?
You know, I don't really think I've ever really felt American until I would travel abroad outside of the country, like when I went on vacation to like Canada, Mexico, which the only 2 times I've been outside the country, but I just felt kind of self-conscious. Like, I feel like people could tell I was. And I don't know, being a gringo in a resort area of southern Mexico, it it kind of makes you think about these things a little bit. Those are the only 2 times I think I've really felt that.
Okay.
How do you define American identity? What makes someone American?
Make American identities are the diversity of people that you have over here in this country, and how even though there's racism and things like that, but you could see that this is a country that really unites most people from around the world into one pot. And what really makes you American is like how proud you feel, even though you were born in another country, but how proud you feel to work, go home, and get your family together. You don't do that in any other country. That's what really makes you American.
Perfect. That was. Describe a time and/or experience when you felt most American. What about the experience made you feel most American?
Well, there was two times. One, it was with my son. He's a Marine. Well, he was born over here in the United States, and he became a Marine a year and a half ago. It made me feel proud of him, and also proud that he's serving his country the way that he do. And another part was that made me feel American was as soon as I got out of my country. As soon as I touched this country, I looked back and I told my mom and my father, I'm never going back. That's it. I'm an American. That was the 2 parts.
Describe a time and/or experience when you felt least American. What about the experience made you feel least American and why?
Again, 2 parts. I enrolled into the Army, but I was a knucklehead. When I was discharged, because I used to smoke a lot of weed, I was discharged, and it made me feel not that I wasn't proud to be American, but it made me feel less than an American because I really wanted to go. It's been a family heritage that we have, that we always go into Mauritius, from Spain to Dominican Republic, and then over here. So that made me feel. And then when I felt not least American, but really ashamed because I couldn't do anything, it was on 9/11, because I wanted to go to war, because I used to work on the World Trade Center, one of the World Trade Center, number 4, financial number 4.
Yeah.
And I felt the pain, and it really made me feel not without power. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So those were the 2 times that I felt not an American. Matter of fact, I didn't feel like a man.
Yeah.
You know what I say?